Good morning. This is Winich Tucker, empowering Ugandans for the Uganda Youth Collective. Today is Wednesday, 29th of November, 2017. The year is almost out. I was not able to do recordings for the last few days. You can probably hear my voice. I actually lost my voice. So today, if my voice starts to crack up at the end, just know I'm not even supposed to be speaking, but I've got to do this. Just recovering, getting my voice. Thank you for those of you that are a part of our Empowering Ugandan Women WhatsApp group. And for those of you who are listening and are men or brothers who are soon to be a part of our Empowering Ugandan Men WhatsApp group, which will be launching at the end of this month. More details will follow in the next few recordings, as I will tell you when this will be launched also. But yesterday and today, our focus has been prepare today for the tomorrow you want. In other words, what do you need to know to get ready for the future that you want? I'm going to speak real briefly about this one because I want to make sure that some of you, I know time, you have a restraint on time. Many people don't have that much time. So I would try to keep these as brief as possible, but also to make sure that you get something out of it. So let me get started. Today, let me speak, and maybe we're going to continue with the same title as we had for those of you that are in the WhatsApp group. And I'll just say something like how to prepare for your own success. How do you prepare for your own success? Many of us are employed by other people, which is good, which is fine. But when you're working for somebody else, you are working for that person and helping them to achieve that person's success. But the reason for the whole empowering brand, the whole empowering Ugandans, the reason for my existence is to help you understand and to discover what is it you're here to do. You're not here as an accident. You're not just here to eat, drink, work, and die. There's a reason why you came. And the whole purpose of doing this with audios and speaking to you and you hearing my voice while I'm still alive is to help you understand why are you here. And when you discover why you're here, some of the things that will give you a clue to what it is you're supposed to do. What are the things you enjoy? I have asked questions in the past like, if money wasn't an issue, what would you do? What is the one thing you would do even if you do it without being paid? Or questions like, what is the one thing that makes you so angry, but angry to the point that you want to do something about it? Those are some of the questions that one may ask to help you, to lead you to understand or discover what it is you're supposed to do. So as I continue in this audio, talking about how to prepare for your own success, let me get started and start off this way. A great many people embark on a self-empowerment or self-employment journey, only to be disillusioned or discouraged by the amount of time and energy it takes to make the effort a success. Power comes from knowledge. Use your resources and learn as much as you can. Think carefully about your organizational skills as they will serve you very well. If you don't possess these skills, then get to know, learn, find somebody that knows. You know what, in life, we don't know everything. I don't know somebody that knows everything. Some of you might think I know everything. Wrong, I don't. But where I don't know, I will go and read a book. I will watch a video. I will follow somebody that does. So as you prepare for your own success, I'm going to talk about 3 points that many of us experience when we are trying to work on our own success, or as many try to embark or start working for themselves. And I'll talk about 3 things in this audio and leave it there. One of the things that many people suffer with, or many people encounter or have to deal with, is what I call procrastination. Procrastination simply means this: it is the action of delaying or postponing something. You keep saying, putting it off. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it then. You keep delaying the actions that you know you should take. People will say things like, I didn't realize my own business would be this hard to set up. I don't have the time. People procrastinate. They don't realize it's one thing to see people who are successful, even fellow Ugandans, and you think, come on, if he could do that, I can do that. All she does is to sit down and speak. Surely I too can sit down and speak like that. But what you don't understand, for some of the people that do either videos or shows or even an advert could be like 10 seconds, but it would have taken them days, if not even weeks, and money to invest in what the end result of 10 seconds or 10 minutes, or even if somebody's speaking, some of what you see them saying would have taken them time to be able to do that. So it's really important when you see such things that it takes time. And some people, the reason why you're delaying to invest in your own success and to do the things that you want to do for yourself, and the reason why you're still going to be working for somebody or building somebody else's success, is because you're procrastinating. Or in other words, you keep delaying and putting it off. What is it that you want to do? Get yourself a book. One of the things I say to everyone that follows me, or follows the Uganda Youth Collective, or is in any of our groups, whether it's for the men's group, empowering men or women, I always say to you, make sure you have a book. Otherwise, you're just going to listen to things and nothing is going to come of it. Stop procrastinating. Stop putting things off. You're now 24, 25, 26, 27, 30, 40, 50. How long are you going to put things off for? The idea you've had since you were a child, you've been putting it off and putting it off. And now it's 10 years have gone by. When are you going to start? My advice, stop procrastinating and start right now. Winnie, how am I going to start? Just put it down on paper. Some of you, if all you can do today after listening to this audio, that idea that you have in your head, write it on a piece of paper. That's it. Just start with that. Stop procrastinating. And then tomorrow, add another line. The following day, add another line. Whatever you do, you may say, Winnie, I don't have money for a book. Write it on the wall. Write it on a piece of paper. Write it on a tissue even. Just write it down somewhere. Whatever you do, stop delaying, stop postponing, and do it now. That's number one. Number two, most people are overwhelmed or overwhelming goals. You have goals when the dream that you have is so overwhelming. It's so big. People say things like, I looked at this option and there's just too much to do to make it work. Or, what do you mean? I have to have a business plan. I don't have a degree. Some of the dreams that you have, idea joiner, it's huge. You say, I want to start a kindergarten. I want to be a DJ. I want to start a school. I want to start a hospital. But when you even share with people, maybe right now you're working in a job that is a really low domestic job where you're earning the bare minimum. And when sometimes even when you look yourself in a mirror and you tell yourself your idea, it is overwhelming. It's too big. It's almost like, my God, this is too big. I can't do it. The reason why some people are failing to plan for their own success, because that dream that you have sometimes seems a little bit too overwhelming. But you know what? It's a dream. That's why it's called a dream. Don't worry about where you are right now. Don't worry about what you can do right now. Remember, this is in line with our theme, which is prepare today for the tomorrow you want. Or what do you need to know to get ready for the future you want? So if your dream, when you think about it, is overwhelming, we're not saying you're going to start it tomorrow. We're not saying you're going to build that hospital tomorrow. But what I'm saying is this: if you really have a dream and it's to build a hospital or to start a school or whatever it is, what are you doing today to prepare for it? You may not have the business plan in one go, but what are you going to start today to start writing that business plan? If you want to build a house or a hospital, what are you going to start before you start making the plan? Don't be overwhelmed. Don't let overwhelming goals, the big plans, don't be put off by that. Don't just become comfortable and in the job you're doing because your plan is so overwhelming. It's so big. As a matter of fact, that when you tell people, they even laugh at you. They'll tell you no one in your family has ever gone on a plane. No one in your family has ever gone to school. It doesn't matter. It really does not matter. Start planning now. Start preparing now. If it's too big, don't worry about it. Slowly but surely. My mom always says, Rome wasn't built in a day. When people go to climb this Mountain Everest, these big mountains, they don't do it in a day. Slowly but surely. Our sister in a group gave a very good example. When somebody wants to go and participate in the Olympic Games, they don't start a week before the Olympic Games. Some people have started 2 years, 3 years, years before they went to the Olympics. But slowly, the Olympics sounds like a big thing to win a gold medal at the Olympics. But they start slowly. Don't let the dream be too overwhelming that you don't do anything. The last one, excuse me. The last one is this, number 3, underfunding, or not having money to realize those dreams. Some people will say things like this: I only have a few shillings or pounds or dollars, and I'm going to see how far I can go. I'm going to do only what I have to do to get the thing going. If it can't be that expensive. In other words, what am I trying to say? Some of you will refuse to plan for tomorrow because you're looking at your bank account. And remember that number 2 was overwhelming goal. You look at the dream, it's massive. Then you look at your bank account and you become discouraged. You look at your weekly pay or your monthly pay and you say, my God, forget it. There's no way. Then you postpone it and you don't do anything. But your goal or the dream that you want to have, your preparation should have nothing to do with how much money you're earning right now. Don't worry about how much money you're earning right now. That's not the key. That's not the point. Because if you want to earn a lot more, you need to prepare to earn a lot more. You need to prepare, for example, okay, maybe you don't want to start your own business. Maybe you want to, if you're working in a low-skilled job, maybe tomorrow you want to be employed in something that is a bit higher, or in a supervisory position, or in a managerial position. Then for you to prepare for that little bit higher or the next level, well, how are you going to prepare? What do managers do? What do managers wear? How do managers speak? How do managers walk? This is all preparation for every level you want to get to, whether it's overwhelming or whether it's small or whatever level it is. You still have to make the preparation. So don't worry about funding or underfunding, thinking to yourself that, Winnie, I don't have the money. How is this going to be? Some of you are creative and you want to go back and set up things in Uganda. And you're saying, but I don't have money. Don't let the not having of money stop you from preparing. Do not allow that you can't even see, you can't even begin to imagine where the money is going to come from. Don't worry about that. I want you to be like a child. Children, I love children. I work with children. As a parent, when you say to a child, and you're going to work, and you say, honey, or Jenny, or whoever, I'm going to work. And they say, Daddy, when you come back, can you bring me back a helicopter? You remember when you were a child, did you not ask your parents to bring you back some impossible things? And the dad will say, yes, honey, I'll bring you back a helicopter when I come back. In the mind of a child doesn't care whether you're going to have the money. They don't start to play at school and worry about how is my dad going to get the money? How's my dad going to bring the helicopter? Can my dad even drive or a helicopter? They don't worry about that. They've just asked and they just go ahead and begin to rejoice. My dad's going to buy me a helicopter. They tell all their friends, my dad's going to buy me a helicopter. When it comes to times of preparation, sometimes you may need to develop the same attitude or same mentality as a child. That you don't have to worry where the money is going to come from. Just get ready. Get ready. How do you speak? You want to open your own hospital, but you have no idea how a hospital is run. Because you're thinking, I don't have the money. Don't worry about that. Just go ahead. What do you need to know to get ready for the future you want? This is what we're going to continue with even today on Wednesday, 29th of November, 2017. Write it down. Start to think about it. For some of you, if you're stuck and you're saying, Winnie, I don't know, go ahead in the comment section. Ask questions in the comments. We will respond. I will respond. If you're really stuck and you're like, Winnie, my idea is way too much. I need more help. I need more personalized help. If you're in the group, post the question. If you are not in the group and you have a question, you can go ahead right here on our YouTube channel. Write it in the comments or in the comments section. And we will be more than happy to help you realize and get ready for the future you want. I personally believe the Uganda we want, the children we want, whatever you want, you're responsible for building or getting ready for that future. No one is going to do it. Many of you have missed out on opportunities, not because you don't deserve them, not because the opportunities didn't come, but because you failed to prepare. The best time to prepare is not when the opportunity is knocking at the door. The best time to prepare is when there's no even sign of any opportunity. And so therefore, the best time to prepare, my brothers and sisters, is right now. So go ahead, get ready. Make sure this is just not going to be something you listen to. Get yourself a pen and paper if you haven't got one, or a book, and let's get started. This is Winnie Chitaka for the Uganda Youth Collective. As I said, my dear brothers, the men's WhatsApp group is being launched. At the end of this month, I'll give you more information as we go along. If you are a brother and you are follow us, go ahead and follow us on Facebook at the Uganda Youth Collective. We are on Instagram, we are on Twitter, or you can go ahead and email us. The email we're using right now is empoweringUgandanwomen@gmail.com. That's empoweringUgandanwomen@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook. Don't forget to subscribe. We will send out these audios on a regular basis. So thank you so much for listening to me today. This is Winnie Chitaka, and I'm so thankful that my voice has managed to carry me to the end of this audio. Thank you for those of you that wished me well, and I will speak to you tomorrow. This is Winnie Chitaka for the Uganda Youth Collective.